I'm sorry, but the tavern isn't... Ah, hello, researcher. Would you care for a drink? Hey, you're still one of them, right? Miss Roslyn has agreed to keep Anka out of prison, but only if she performs 10 hours of community service every single day. As busy as she is now, she rarely visits the tavern. As for Nola, she mentioned going to some sort of Defense Force Veterans Center in Asperia to search for her missing memories. I wish her the best of luck. Gray Fox. Honestly, I'm not sure what's going on with her. Since she returned with Anka and Nola, she's been holed up in the secret room, only texting me when she needs food or drink. Then it's up to you to talk some sense into her. I don't mind keeping her here, but even if she's run away from home, she should still maintain a healthy routine and stay active. Look, she's asking for another cola. Could you take it to her? With Anka gone and no new servers hired yet, I've been swamped managing everything myself.
Tell the old man he's got two choices. Let me stay in Asperia, or send me back to Kylo in a body bag. You're my brother, aren't you? Why are you speaking for him all of a sudden? You know, he forced me out of school just to punish me, and hired a bunch of private tutors to watch over me at home. Because of him, I lost all my friends. And now he wants to pull the same old trick and force me out of Wednesday? He's got some nerve bringing up Mother. Just tell him to keep his nose out of my business! Hey, Odie, quit bugging me! I said stop! Researcher? Asurada won't stop spamming me with texts, and it's driving me insane. Here, Odie, you deal with him.
Greetings, researcher. I am OD-777, Grayfox's personal AI assistant. Based on the communication records you provided, my master identified the other party's account. The usage history is spotless, suggesting it's one of those mass-produced accounts for untraceable darknet deals. Aside from contacting you, the account was used to access the video chat room one other time. Unfortunately, the chat room was encrypted by a private server and was destroyed almost immediately after my master infiltrated it. We can now confirm that both the account and the chat room are tied to Blue Planet. This also explains why their security is more advanced than typical darknet users.
I'm sure you've heard about Blue Ida's guiding principles by now, right? About their complete opposition to Omnium research and technology? Blue Planet is the organization that lurks in the shadows, deceiving the unsuspecting with Blue Ida's propaganda, growing its influence to what it is today. That's not necessarily true. Ever since you arrived in Asperia, both Aurora Industries and Shooter Electronics have had their laboratories completely shut down. I would wager that they see you as an enemy now. If your company is in the middle of important Omnium research, wouldn't it benefit you to use Blue Ida's ideology against your competition? Despite the countless protesters waving Blue Ida signs, only a select few can join Blue Planet. Those who pass Blue Planet's rigorous selection process are anything but ordinary. I'm telling you this because Blue Planet has done a lot of business with the old man. I once hacked into his company's network to snoop and found plenty of files just to make trouble for him. This time, I dug through the company's files to help you out. Unfortunately, they've kept their transactions anonymous and created tons of untraceable accounts, making it hard to track. Not only that, but they've been laying even lower than usual lately. The Blue Planet accounts I know of haven't been accessing the network even a 20th as much as before. He's not worth worrying about. Just blacklist him. Anyway, the tavern isn't safe for us anymore, so let's go to your place for now. That way I can share my latest discoveries with you right away. You're going to walk right up to the door? Just like that? Are you underestimating me? I've been sick of these manipulative jerks for ages, so I wouldn't mind paying them a visit. Besides, I trust your skills to handle things. Why are you standing there? Let's go already! account named Musica to reach out to one of Cluadia's protest organizers. Use that name to make contact with him. If anyone asks about me, just tell them that I'm your sister. From what I can tell, new members are put through an orientation session before every protest. Blue Planet's headquarters is hidden somewhere within that training site. It's simple. Omnium threatens our world. Make Ida blue again. Oh, and before I forget, you're supposed to be a laid-off worker with a deep hatred for Omnium, so make sure to act the part. Dewey?
Yes, and who are you? Oh, so you're Musica. Then this droid must be...
Greetings. I am OD777, a minor caregiver smart servant, or ODI for short.
So there are smart servants like that too, huh? Guess you learn something every day. By the way, if your sister's underage, she'll need parental consent to take part in any of our demonstrations. Ah, I understand. Making a living is tough. Let's just go through the motions for now. Omnium threatens our world. What's up with her? That makes sense, I suppose. After all, she looks a little too old for a caregiver-type smart servant like this. Sorry if I offended you, kiddo. All right, let's get back to business. In a few days, we'll organize a major protest. We'll inform you of the exact time and place later. Today, we'll start with some basic training on Blue Aida's history and ideology. You'll also need to memorize more of our slogans to help ensure our protests run smoothly. Come with me, and I'll show you to our study hall, where you can better acquaint yourselves with our materials. I'm just dropping off a couple of fresh recruits.
Not bad, Dewey. I'll be surprised if your recruitment numbers aren't the highest for this month.
Just goes to show that hard work always pays off. I'm close to getting that promotion this quarter, so I have to keep it up.
Best of luck with that. All right, let's get the formalities out of the way. Omnium threatens our world. That's the spirit, newbie. I don't think I've ever heard a new recruit shout louder than that before training. You're gonna go places, I'm sure of it. On the other hand, this little girl's manners could use some work. Don't you know you're supposed to greet people when you first meet them?
Hey, the kid's mute, but she can read lips just fine.
I see. Sorry about that, dear.
All right, let's go inside. We'll start by going over Blue Aida's history and core ideologies. In 2660, the great philosopher Moritz Erat first proposed the concept of Blue Aida in order to prevent humanity from repeating the same mistakes that doomed our homeworld. Mr. Erat once said, Omnium is not the key to humanity's progress, but to the gates of hell itself. We must always remain vigilant, for virtue is what will truly lead our species forward. Sadly, those greedy Federation politicians failed to recognize the importance of Blue Aida's philosophy. They were too focused on using Omnium development to pad their political achievements. In response, Mr. Erat dedicated a large portion of his wealth to organizing public protests against their actions. As more people accepted Blue Aida's ideology, humanity's eyes began to slowly open to the truth. Under Mr. Erat's relentless push, the Federation had no choice but to heed the people's voice and enacted, drumroll please, the Omnium Experimentation Prohibition Act in 2661. Indeed, Mr. Moritz's greatest wish in life was to see every tower of fantasy toppled and to eradicate every trace of Omnium technology from Aida. But despite the legislature's passing, its implementation was met with constant opposition. Which means we still have a long way to go. Now you're thinking like one of us. Now allow me to share with you my latest strategy for climbing through the ranks. First, we'll leverage our two key value propositions, the anti-shooter electronics and anti-tower initiatives, as our strategic touchpoints. This will help us optimize Blue Aida's next-gen ideological matrix through granular engagement metrics on the Echo ecosystem. Whoops, I must have lost track of the time. I have some other business to attend to, so I'll leave you to study on your own. I should be back in an hour to test your knowledge, so take plenty of good notes.
Oh, thank goodness.